And we are back here for you on Live Now from Fox. Thanks again to all our viewers continuing to watch with us all in real time. I want to give you an update right now. Hurricane Melissa continuing, and we do have some latest updates from the National Hurricane Center as well. The powerful Melissa moving toward eastern Cuba. Conditions expected to rapidly deteriorate over the next several hours. And right now, the hurricane is now Category 3, heading towards Cuba, but the impacts are already being felt in Jamaica. Just take a look at some of the video that we have seen in the last couple of hours, and you can really just see a lot of destruction, flooding, people needing help, especially when it comes to getting out of there when they're up against the floodwaters as well. So we want to continue to talk about this, bring in our next guest to help break it all down for us and what it means to really go in to Jamaica and try to help as many people as they can. So let's bring in James Judge with Project Dynamo. Great to have you on, James. And first off, just tell us a little bit about the operation there in Jamaica and what you guys are hoping for here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mike. Well, we've got two guys on the ground right now down in Black River, which was hardest hit. That's pretty much where the eye made landfall. And then, of course, we have our team here on the ground that's putting together supplies there. We have people coming in from Green Beret. Joshua McKee is coming in from Alabama right now. He's bringing in a trailer full of supplies. Another team member is coming in from North Carolina. We've got another one in Georgia. And then we just had another one flying from another country. He was out of the country. A lot of folks participating in this. We've got multiple military pilots, multiple aircraft. And we are waiting for the all clear to leave. That way we can have open airspace and we can get our team in. The primary mission initially is going to be to bring our team in with relief supplies. We have about 1,000 to 1,500 pounds of relief supplies, 300 pounds of medical supplies. That includes everything from baby formula to MREs, batteries, battery-powered generators with solar panels, all sorts of stuff to help the people that are in need there. But then Dynamo is going to do what we do best, which is get Americans out of harm's way, or Americans that have been impacted because of this. There were a lot of folks that were trapped there due to commercial flights that thought that they would be able to get out. Folks were on honeymoon. They were there on bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, vacations, and they just simply weren't able to get out in time. So they've had to endure the worst storm in more than 90 years on planet Earth. And we're going to go there and get them back safely. So that's what Dynamo is about. We were stood up with the fall of Afghanistan. When we pulled our troops out of Afghanistan, Dynamo, our team recognized we needed to go get those folks out, the Americans that were left behind. So the very first planefuls of Americans that were brought out, we went and got out of Afghanistan. And then we quickly saw the need for something in Ukraine. We went over there and we started evacuating Americans from Ukraine, and then it just escalated, right? We had a situation in Maui, and here in Southwest Florida, we had the Hurricane Ian. We had boats in the water, former Navy SEALs doing beach landings and grabbing people off of Sanibel and St. James City and getting them to safety. So this is something that we're familiar with. We're familiar with working in areas where you see extreme flooding, where you see everything from homes ripped off of planet Earth and just there's nothing but a foundation left. We saw that in North Carolina. We brought a team horseback up there and ATVs, and we worked to clear houses and try to find people that were alive. And then we found people and brought them to safety and rendered first aid. That's what our team will be doing. It's made up of military veterans, folks with combat medic experience. If we find someone and they need medical attention, we'll render first aid and then get them where they need to go. And that's not just for Americans. If we find Jamaicans or anyone else that needs help, we'll be helping them. But our primary focus, in addition to that, will be getting Americans back home. So we'll be shuttling folks until commercial flights start back up from Jamaica to Key West, and then they'll be responsible to get home from there. But it wouldn't be possible without your viewers, the folks that are so kind who donate to projectdynamo.net, who fund these things. We just got back from Israel not that long ago, and when the war was going on there, we got out hundreds of Americans. We helped more than 1,500 people, but we got out nearly 300 Americans out of Israel. So if there's a crisis, if there's a natural disaster, if there's a conflict zone, we will go and we will get Americans home.
Yeah, I mean, that is just the name of the game right there to get people out of these areas from anywhere from natural disasters to war torn areas. And James, what's the difference? I mean, both are extremely wild card situations, but give us a little insight of what it's like trying to rescue people from a natural disaster instead of, a war torn area. With this one, I imagine the flooding provides and such a different type of avenue to try to navigate through.
Sure. Well, I mean, we're expecting to see roadways gone. That's just something that you can count on. There's going to be debris all over the place. But in a lot of ways, they look the same. Whether you're in Ukraine and you've got a bombed out roadway, or if you're in Southwest Florida and you have a roadway that's missing because water washed it away, that looks similar. When a Cat 5 rips through and there's no leaves left on the trees, it looks like a place that was just bombed out. So a lot of times it looks the same. Additionally, when you're talking about Jamaica or other places, just because there's been a natural disaster doesn't mean that we're not going to potentially encounter gangs. There's been a lot of gang activity down there. So that's something that we're taking into consideration. We're going to be rolling in with humanitarian aid and with supplies, and it would not be surprising to us if folks tried to confiscate those for their own benefit. You see looting here in the United States when there's a hurricane. So those are things that our team is prepared to deal with. But our number one focus is going to be getting people out and getting them there safely. Fortunately, we're rolling with some folks, like I mentioned earlier. Josh McGee, former Green Beret. A lot of our folks are either Army, Marines, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force. We don't have a member of the Space Force yet. If someone from the Space Force would like to join our team, you can go to projectdynamo.net and volunteer. But all the rest of the armed services are represented. And one other thing I'd like to say. Another group out there, Everything Life Saving. They've been tremendous in their support and what they've done for us, helping to arrange aircraft. Really appreciate what they do. So, all in all, though, they're not that much different. Whether it's a war zone or a natural disaster, there's people that are in need. It's typically the worst day of their lives, and it's very stressful. Everybody handles that differently, and we go do our thing. We get people out, we get their pets out. And we get them to safety. So we're going to do that here. And again, if I could just encourage the audience, if they're able to, whether it's $5, go to projectdynamo.net. Every dollar helps. We're planning to run a lot of flights back and forth, and every single flight there's a lot of fuel. There's overflight permits for Cuba. There's all sorts of costs that go into these sort of things. So we certainly appreciate anything that anyone can do.
Yeah, and James, that common theme, it doesn't matter where these people are or around the world that need help, when they are rescued and they know that they are going to be going home. I mean, that look on their face has to tell it all.
It's unbelievable. It's truly why we do it. Was fortunate enough earlier this year, we did a missionary rescue in Haiti, husband and wife and their newborn, and brought them back home to their family in Texas. And, seeing mom, or grandma rather, hug her grandbaby for the first time, and the tears streaming down her face, it was incredible. Being in Ukraine and introducing, American parents to surrogate babies for the first time. And we were bringing Americans in from Poland into Ukraine, and then getting them out and getting them their DNA test, for the parenthood, and then getting them to the embassy in Poland. All those they're very special moments. But whenever you can help somebody, in North Carolina, we searched an entire day for a family on a mountain. We were denied entry over and over and over because of how bad the terrain was. We had horses, ATVs, and we put together a game plan. The next day we went back, and they were trying to make it to the top the opposite way, and we came across them and were able to bring them down and render first aid to one of their children. That's why we do it. It's a very rewarding experience, and for even us folks who are no longer in the military, it's still fun to go play and help people out, and that's I think that's the enjoyment that our entire team gets out of it.
Yeah, that definitely has to be. Well, James, thanks so much for all that you do, your team does, Project Dynamo. We appreciate the updates, and continue to be safe out there. We appreciate it.
Mike, thank you so much. You guys appreciate it every time you have us on.
No problem. You take care.